Sandra, Notary Public, Solicitor and Barrister of the province of Ontario. Look how fancy that sounds. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's That Proud Black Woman, and thank you so much for tuning in again to one of my videos. So this one is specifically for my lawyers and my law students. Like, you know that you have a great, big, gigantic space in my heart, people. You have that space in my heart. So every time I think of you guys, I think, you know what, this week is going to be about my law students. It's going to be about my lawyers. It's going to be about internationally trained lawyers as well. Like anything that has to be with the legal profession. Yes, Lord. Just sit down. If you think that this is something for you, sit down, get your wine, get your juice, get your beer, get something, and let me just give you 3, 4, 5 points that would help you in your profession as a lawyer or an aspiring lawyer. So before we even get started at all, you know what to do. Subscribe to my channel. It's that gigantic big red button. Click on it and make sure you turn on post notifications, because that's the only way you're going to get notified every time I post awesome videos, and you don't want to miss any of it, because I post awesome content every Friday. I don't have a specific time on Fridays, but I always post every Friday. I don't miss it for any reason. So please click that big notification bell and make sure that you are always in the loop when I post new videos. Remember, share with all your family, share with your friends, share on all your social medias, and give me a huge thumbs up. Okay, so what are we talking about today? We're going to be talking about something that I don't see a lot of people talking about, especially here in Ontario, Canada. It's about the next steps. Okay, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a lawyer. Now you've passed your barrister exam. Now you've passed your solicitor exam. What next? A gigantic question. What next? So I'm going to do this from my own perspective as a lawyer here in Canada. So for those of you that don't know, I am a lawyer. I'm an internationally trained lawyer, and I am licensed to practice in Nigeria and also licensed to practice here in Ontario, Canada. So I was called to the Nigerian bar in 2012 and also to the Canadian bar in 2020. So yeah, I'm a new lawyer in Canada, but it's been a long process, especially for internationally trained lawyers or foreign trained lawyers. You would understand what I mean. So I've made 2 videos in the past. One is about how you can pass your NCA, because that's the first step at all when you're coming into a new country. For those of you that have been trained here in Canada, you don't need that step. But for those of us that have to requalify here in Canada, you have to go through the NCA. So I'm going to link the video up here, and I'm also going to leave it in the description box so that you can know what to do. Also, once you've passed that step and you've gotten your certificate of qualification, the next step after that is doing your barrister and solicitor exams, and I also have a video on that. If you want to see that video as well, I'm going to leave it in the description box. After this video, you can click on it and go watch how, the strategies that you need to be able to pass your LSO exams, and to be able to pass, even if it's not LSO, wherever you are, if you want to pass your barrister exam and you want to pass your solicitor exam, that's it's a must watch. You have to go watch it. So now, for me, I didn't do articling. I got an exemption, and I'm going to be making a video about that also, like the step, the process, and your choices and things like that. I'm going to be making a video about that, and I'm going to be posting it, so look out for that as well. So but for today, we're going to be talking about, let's assume that you already did your articling, or if you already got an exemption and you've finished all the process for the licensing. Now what's the next step? So the first step for me, I got licensed during the pandemic, so we didn't get all the call to bar, the fancy things. We got an administrative call. What does administrative call mean? So for some province in Canada, they did a virtual call, which was, I would pay any amount to get one of those. But for Ontario, which surprisingly one of the biggest provinces in Canada, we only got an administrative call, which means On the day of your call to bar, you get an email saying, congratulations, you've been called to the bar. The end. Surprised? So that's what we got. So I feel like until the pandemic goes under wraps, if you are in Ontario, you're going to be getting an administrative call as well. But if you're in Calgary, I've seen people in Calgary getting the virtual call, and they were able to do it via Zoom and still be able to wear the regalia and be able to, you know, have family and friends join them. And some of them were even able to go into the court. I've seen on LinkedIn people were able to go into the court but with limited number of people, and they were able to take photos. I would do anything to get one of those, but oh well. I'm in Ontario. So anyway, any advice I'm going to be giving you now on the next steps is basically for those of you in Ontario, because I don't know what obtains in other provinces. So after my call to bar, I was called to bar on August 28th. I got my administrative call. I was in my bed. I took the day off from work that I'll just stay home. There's no party anywhere. It's pandemic. It's a pandemic. If you know that video. For those of you that have been on TikTok, I would have invited you over to my bar. Well, it's a pandemic. So that was exactly my condition on that day. So, but I took the day off work and I got the email. At first I was freaking out because throughout the day I didn't get any email until the next day, and they didn't issue any apologies. They just said, congratulations, you've been called to the bar. And I was like, yay, it was a Saturday. So anyway, so what are the next steps? I was confused. What do I do? What do I do next? Like there was nothing to actually tell you what exactly to do. It just says your current LSO account will be locked. You have 30 days to download every receipt, everything that you need to download, so that after that you're going to lose it all. Then you have to create a new whatever and blah blah blah. LSO will contact you. And I waited for a couple of weeks. Nobody contacted me, so I had to contact LSO, contact Air 1 license, email, whatever, and all of that. And finally they sent me my licensing number. So that's the one that you've been waiting for. They're going to send you a licensing number, because without a licensing number you cannot you cannot pay for your insurance, you cannot create your new LSO account. So that was very annoying for me. So you have to look out for that email. Make sure that if you don't get it within a week, contact them, get your license number. So with the license number now, I was able to register for the new LSO. So with the LSO, the one we had before will be closed in 30 days, but this one is for actually practicing lawyers, or lawyers that are registered as barristers and solicitors. So I did that. So make sure you register. So you register for that. You have your own portal. In that portal, they would prorate the amount of practicing fee that you'll be able to pay. So as a person, if as a Canadian lawyer or as an Ontario lawyer, we are going to be paying a certain amount of practicing fee every single year. And I think the deadline for payments is February. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a deadline for payment and you have to do that. So what I did was I checked. I was supposed to pay a certain amount. I think it was about $700, because they prorated from August till December. But because I wasn't practicing yet, so this is an option. If you don't know, if you're not going to be practicing, you're not obligated to pay the full fees. So they have 50% fee, they have 25% fee. So if you are not practicing, and if you are not employed, or if you are on a leave of absence, or if you are on a leave of absence, if you are not employed, if you're on maternity leave, you can contact them. So you only pay 25%. You're eligible to pay 25% of the practicing fee. So don't go wasting your money. Information is key, and that's what I'm giving to you now. So you can pay 25%. Now, if you're not practicing as a lawyer, but if you're gainfully employed, you're also eligible to pay 50%. You're not eligible to pay 25% because you're working, you're getting income. So you're still going to be paying your licensing fee. You're still going to be paying for your practicing fee, sorry. So you're eligible to pay 50%, and that's what I did first of all, because I know that I'm not going to be practicing this year, 2020. So I applied for that, and they reduced the amount, so because I now know that I'm eligible to pay 50%, so they cut it down, so I only had to pay $300 and something. So after doing that, there's one important thing that you have to do, which is LawPRO. If you're in Ontario, I don't know if LawPRO is the same one that is used in entire Canada, or it's just Ontario. As I said, this is specific to Ontario because this is where I am licensed. So you have to register for LawPRO. So in the same way as the LSO practicing fees, with the LawPRO you can get an exemption. How do you get an exemption? If you are not practicing, you can get a full exemption. You wonder if you heard that right? Yes, you did. You can get a full exemption if you're not practicing. And also, even while you're not practicing, if we go back to the LSO licensing, sorry, I keep saying licensing fee. What's wrong? If we go back to the LSO practicing fee, if you're not practicing, you can pay 50%, but it doesn't mean that you can do some little it doesn't mean you cannot do pro bono. It doesn't mean that you cannot like do some little so far. I think so far it's not more than 99,000 a year. So I think if you're not going to be making more than 99,000 a year, the 50% still covers you. But as soon as you cross that threshold of 99,000 or whatever amount it is, you have to report back to LSO and you have to pay your full dues. It doesn't matter if it's the end of the year, whatever, you have to pay your full dues. So now talking about LawPRO, as I said, there's an exemption and I took advantage of it. So there's a form you fill. So once you also need your license number to be able to register for LawPRO. So I went into LawPRO, registered, put my information, and I also asked for an exemption. So the exemption, it took away all that money, so I don't have to pay. I don't even know how much I would have paid, but I don't have to pay. So that's another next step that you have to bear in mind. Now if you're going to be practicing, those two things, they're important. You are not allowed to practice if you don't have insurance. Now if you're not working by yourself, if you have a company, some companies, they have like really good programs where either they help you pay for the LawPRO and the licensing fee because you're working for them, or they have like a group plan where they can limit the amount, like they can reduce the amount that you're supposed to pay. So you have to ask your employer what are the provisions that they have for their workers. So make sure you ask that. But you cannot, I repeat, you cannot start taking cases without a LawPRO, without paying your professional dues. It's important. Now another next step is your CPD. CPD is really important, and that's continuing professional development. And I think you get to do 9 hours for one and another maybe 4 hours. As I said again, I don't have all of that in like right now off the top of my head, but every lawyer, either you're practicing or not practicing, there are some couple of hours for you to know. You log into your portal, your LSO portal, and it would have how many hours that you're supposed to do. And I think also you're supposed to file a report in the new year stating that you have completed a certain number of CPD hours, and it is really important that you take it seriously. There are a lot of them that are free, and there are some that are not free. Especially now in the pandemic, there's been a lot of free ones that I have attended. It could be if you're on LinkedIn, a lot of times you follow some of these legal groups, you would see they will post it there that they're going to be having a virtual event and it would account for like an hour of your CPD hours or 2 hours out of your CPD. Take advantage of it, otherwise it will cost you a lot. Some of them will cost you a lot. So that's another next step that you need to know, and this is not a thing that you would do as a new that you're only going to be doing as a new lawyer. It's something you will do throughout the process, throughout your lifetime as a lawyer until you retire. You have to do it every year. That's how you can keep up with the trends. That's how you can keep up with more learning and, you know, widening your horizon. And then another next step is, if you want to be a notary public, this is a traded secret that nobody ever tells you. As a lawyer, you qualify to be a notary public by paying just $445. Did I just blow your mind? So on my LinkedIn, I put it there, notary public, and people were saying, congratulations, oh my God, you're a notary public, oh God. Yeah, I already did it. Like, I didn't have to do any extra work. I already did that work when I was, you know, licensing, when I was doing all the process of licensing, so I didn't have to do anything extra. So a lot of people don't know that. All you have to do is go online. All I did was I just typed notary public, how to become a notary public, and it brought down a form. I filled the form. I put my $145 check in the form, and I mailed it to the office. And a couple of weeks later, they sent me my certificate as a notary public. And right now I haven't done the step that I'm going to talk about, but once you get that certificate, that means it's a lifetime appointment. It's a lifetime appointment. So now, as a business owner, even if you're not practicing yet, those are little ways that you can make extra income. A lot of people always notarize documents. It might sound little, but if you're getting 5-10 of those every week, is something. It will pay for your gas, for your car, it will pay for your phone bill. Those are little extra ways that you can make money, and all you have to do is pay $145 to the government of Ontario, and that's it. You get a certificate. It also makes you sound very professional if you put it on your resume, or if you put it on your LinkedIn profile or any profile, you know, Sandra, notary public, solicitor and barrister of the province of Ontario. Look how fancy that sounds. So that's another next step. So, and I took advantage of it. And what you do is, once you get your certificate, you get a seal. It's not that difficult, guys. I didn't even know. I contacted a friend of mine, and who is like my senior colleague, and she said she just sent me. I'll find the link as well, and I put it in the description box. So she sent me a link that she did it online because it's that easy. So I went online and I went to that link, and I found myself, put my name in. 2 days after, my seal is here, notary public. What can I tell you? So after that, once you get it, the seal, you have to get a sample of it, like engrave it on a paper and send that sample back to the province where the address where you sent your application in the first place, so that they can match it up in case there's a fraudulent or whatever document. They can match it up to see if it was actually your seal that was used on that document. So that's the next step. After that, all you have to do, the world is your oyster. Just start looking for jobs. You can start up your own company. You can start up your own firm. I have friends that have started that. You can also do like other little certifications depending on what field that you're looking to go into. If you want to go into immigration, there's some people that will do the licensing for ICCRC or something like, or ICCIC, something like that. So you can explore your options, but as soon as you're called to bar and you pay your practicing fee as well as your LawPRO, which is the lawyer's insurance, you're good to go. You can stand alone, you can work with other people, but don't put yourself down. If you cannot get people to work for, start doing your own thing. One of the things is that I said is the notary public thing. You can do it within your own house. You can put it on Google, and every time anybody around your area wants to get their documents notarized, you're going to be their plug. You get little income from that as well. And before you know it, you're going to be able to afford your own office and all of that. You can start from your home office anyway. I haven't started my practice. My intention is to start doing something about it in 2021. I never thought about doing being into litigation, because my expertise, I have a master's degree in international human rights law, and right now most of my YouTube videos and the way I work right now is mostly about inclusion, diversity, anti-racism and things like that. So I'm looking more into those fields. So that's why I haven't started my own thing yet, but it is not a closed chapter. Anytime soon in 2021 I could start. But you as a person, if you're into litigation, just know that after obtaining, in fact, once you get your results and you're done, my dear, you're Gucci, you're good to go. You can start your own law firm in your own name, or if you're going to be tweaking some name in there, then you have to register. If you're using your own name, it will cost you not even a penny, and believe me, I believe we all know that. So those are the next steps that I thought to let you know. If you think I've missed anything, leave a comment in the comment section. If you want me to talk about some other things in the licensing process that I have not talked about tonight, because I don't want this video to be too long, leave a comment. Connect with me on Instagram. All my social media handles are there on the screen, either here or here. And you know, please subscribe to my channel. Let's make this channel grow. It's not easy bringing all this content up with a full-time job, with kids, with that. So please encourage me, subscribe to my channel, share. It will cost you nothing to share. Just put it on all your social media, put it on your status on WhatsApp. Let people see the link, you know. Like, subscribe, because when you like the video, it would send messages to the algorithm that people are liking. It means I'm producing good content, and that way it will start promoting me, and that's how it will start suggesting my content to other people. Otherwise, I will just keep making this good content and I will be getting 30 views, 20 views, because the algorithm does not recognize my channel. So please do well to smash the like button, and do well to share as well, and subscribe. If you're just watching and not subscribing as well, it only sends a negative message to the algorithm and it's not going to promote my channel. And please, I want this channel to grow. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Be good to yourself, be good to other people. I know that it is stressful. I've been there, done that. I know that the licensing process is stressful, but if you put your heart to it, if you know, set a timeline, a goal, and you face that goal, you flee from pessimist, I'm telling you, you would do it in no time. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye.